Visible signs of trauma. Breathing seems normal. Heart rate should be fast. You're awake. Let me see. Thank goodness you're awake, or I'll have to try my last-ditch move. Emergency skills for junior patrollers. Lesson 1, CPR. Never did it on any living person, though. Jiyan. Sorry. You just woke up, and here I am, chatting up a storm. Are you all right? Do you feel any discomfort? You can call me Trisha, and she's Yang Yang. We are in the Gorgeous Spirits. It's on the Your attire doesn't seem local. Are you a roving traveler from afar, or someone returning home? So you don't know why you're here, where you're from, or who you are. Baisha didn't tell us you'd have these after effects when you wake up. Brought us a warning. The etheric sea is converging. It seems a new tacit field is taking shape. That means it's probably gonna get dangerous here soon. I knew it. Our gourds are out of service because of the etheric sea's influence. We can't send or receive messages for help now. We better hurry over to meet up with Baiju at our gathering spot and get out of here. Guess you really can't recall a thing, but don't worry. If you got any questions, we can talk as we move. Yang Yang and I will give you the full scoop, every little detail from the get-go. Rover, can we call you that for now? Before you remember your true name? We shouldn't stay here. If you don't have other plans, how about leaving with us for now? That's great. Let's go together. Rover, I know you can't remember a thing, but there's one thing I'm 900% sure about you. Is the safest place around here. The Resonance Nexus provides coverage for the whole city. Besides, we've got a protective barrier and strong fortifications. Right? Baisha! We're in a dormant tacit field, right? Why did you come here by yourself? Baisha, you know we...
You are all right, it seems.
Yeah, she was super energetic, handled a super big TD, way more spirited than me. I've been keeping an eye on her condition through the street. Rover, what was that last move called? That looked as cool as Fiamma's killer move.
That's strange. This place isn't known to be so dangerous.
Anyway, come check this out.
Oh, this is an echo.
Wow, an echo of the elite class. Someone got lucky today.
My apologies. We got a little carried away. Does reverberation? Everything in our world is made up of frequencies, and every sound generates a reverberation. Those echoes are the lingering reverberations of tacit discords after they disintegrate.
Oh, by Pangu Terminal, she means the gourd-shaped device every resonator has. Developed by... But you see, it's not always we get to find these. Also,
Absorption is only possible when your databank's level is equal to or higher than the tacit discord's level. The terminal can then convert its reverberation. My terminal issued a warning when it detected that tacit discord earlier. It should at least be an Overlord class. Rover, would you mind checking your databank level?
no need for that. Rover, why don't you just try absorbing it with your terminal? Oh, so it doesn't work. No worries. You can start with smaller ones before tackling this guy here. There should be some sweet baby rose shrooms around here. Let's go check those out, shall we?
We'll need to report the unusual phenomena here to the City Hall and the Academy. Let's make our exit.
Power is that? Rover, you've been playing the fool all along? I've never seen a resonance ability quite like this. You got any other tricks up your sleeve? Like eating a whole...
Given the circumstances, you may be feeling bewildered at this time. You should have noticed some strange happenings related to you. If you plan to stay in Jinzhou for some time, I would be more than delighted. While I cannot guarantee to provide all the answers you need, this is only my personal request. Therefore, I request the people and soldiers of Jinzhou to assist this esteemed visitor when the opportunity arises.
Rover? There you are. My dearest. Seed of fate.
Alrighty, what should we do now? Shall we go grab a bite?
I am to return to the anomalies of the Gorges of Spirit.
Then I'll go submit our report and prepare the documentation needed.
Then I guess I'll take Rover over to the Nexus Tower for registration first. Being new to Jinzhou and all, she can't be left standing outside the City Hall with nothing to do. Hospitality is our local specialty, you know.
Then I'll leave you in Shizia's care, Rover. Is that all right with you?
Leave it to...
I'll send the branch of Resin Medical Science a notice. Come visit the Academy after your audience if you have no other plans.
You guys done yet? What's the holdup? Let's move. Then I'll have more time to show Rover around. We've got loads of fun in Jinzhou. We can go watch lion dances, hero plays, stand-up shows, and then maybe...
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is San Hua, the bodyguard of Madame Magistrate. I regret to inform you that Madame Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madame Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time. When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Madame Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you. When it comes to these, Madame Magistrate, we value your presence. Since Madame Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf, but you are truly exceptional regarding that. My eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madame Magistrate. You look undistorted and authentic in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are. They all look different. May I have your terminal for a moment? Indeed, it was an oversight on my end. I will now import my contact information and that of all public services. I will be here on standby, ready to assist whenever you need me. I need your terminal for regional access authorization. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall. I will lead you to your room if you need. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you at any time.
It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the City Hall? It sure is.
Shizia, the increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords,
Plus, the mysterious rove.
I'm afraid.
Aren't you the practical type? I'd love me some chili sauce tofu, Jinzhou Mao Chai, spicy meat slices. Ugh, I'm starving.
Do you have any plans, Rover?
Fair point. A 3-day vacation it is. Let's go chill out then. We'll figure out the tokens when we have the chance. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. It sounds like you're off to a secret date or something. A soulmate?
So, Madam Magistrate left some hidden clues in her tokens, but Rover has lost all memories and would likely forget any kind of decryption method they agreed on. Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them? A was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good. But what does it mean as a token? It seems like a miniature sundial. It is a horological device that tells time by sundials in Huanglong usually have on this sundial. Time seen at its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. Generally, the teal long represents the east. The white tiger stands for the west. The vermilion bird stands for the south. And finally, we have the black tortoise for the north. It seems this sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how could it work when there is not a compass attached?
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This is a mangosteen fruit. Mangosteens are not native to Zhengzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers of... So Jiyan and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rove?
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something? My apologies.
Mr. Mortivy, please pardon our intrusion.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was...
Baisha should be in the data analysis room.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortivy, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety.
Here you are. The data we collected in any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. Data is always... The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. Indeed. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes. I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? No, I'm from the new Federation.
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like...
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine.
Miss Baija, as a huanglong local...
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready.
Shall we wait here at the academy?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So the Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their vortex. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Me's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please.
Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baijin. What happened just now?
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? A giant tacit discord with a scythe. This is the first time we've run into anything like this, and the sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place. We built this simulated training ground. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
Mission. Alone. Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test result?
Simply put, it's not just a time. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, however, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. I have some basic knowledge, but there is someone else who it wouldn't have taken me this long if install the missing part. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. And no need to ask him. I can help you with this. I just need some time to think it over. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed.
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed. You just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sun. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, I'll drop a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go... It's a minefield of clutter and chaos.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover? Prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortivy. Mr. Mortivy, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena, and the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Morty.
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it. You... hold on. Remember when I said don't force it open? Crank that thing another 5 degrees, and not even Jiang Li Yao will be able to save it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. She needed to ensure that those who may come across these tokens without understanding their If it were you, Yin Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you need?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
on my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chumpi's head. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. It's the middle of the night. Course you're hungry. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Time to hit the hay, obviously. Don't tell me you're planning on some nightly activities. Stop it! We deserve 8-hour workdays.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover? I have a vacant guest room in my house. And if you don't mind coming over...
Aren't you forgetting something, Yang Yang? Rover told us this morning that she has been offered a stay at the City Hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the City Hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow.